minute.
I think we are live now.
Okay, if we're live, hello everybody. It's Michael and Gabby Camel, along with Al Hollander, and we're in segment 6 out of 8 in the first round of team trials. And Al, do you think you have something open extra, because I'm hearing reverb?
I'm looking.
Okay. Well, in any case, so this match has been close throughout. It's now a 17-imp lead for Bramley, who was for sure the favorite in the match. But the Shireson team has held on, and they have never been behind by more than 30 imps, I do not believe, in this whole deal. And so here we are with we've got 40. Well, the first board of this segment was a push, 4 spades making 5 by both tables. So here we are on the second board of the segment. So with 44 boards to go, Shireson still has a chance in this match. They've hung on very well whenever it looked like things might go the wrong way. They've done well, and they've played well at the right times. So here we are. Let's see. North opened a weak no trump, like 10 to 12, I think they play. This is Bart and Kit. Al, do you know? Is it 10 to 12 for them?
Yeah.
And in any case, with South, Kit been Stamen and Will Watson overcalled 2 diamonds and Bart doubled. Kit couldn't stand it. So he ran to 3 clubs, and there he's playing, and he's lucky not to be doubled, I'm sure. This appears to be off about 6 tricks or so, at least. But he's not vulnerable, and he escaped. And I do not think he would have done well against 2 diamonds, which was played in the other room. I'm not sure exactly. I'm not sure who's hosting in the meeting at the moment to have a look at the scoreboard to see how they did on board 17 in the closed room. But I'm sure Kevin, he was playing 2 diamonds and must have made it probably with an over trick or something. Can we see yeah, there we are. Let's see, 2 diamonds plus 1. Yeah, so he did make 3. Thank you. Who's host? Chris? Thank you, Chris.
No, I'm driving now, and I should be able to help you out with the Woolsey Bramley.
Sure. It was just really a question of what range their 1 no trump opener is. I think it's 10 to 12 or something, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. They have 3 different ranges. So
Right.
Sometimes 10 to 12, sometimes first and second seat non-ball is 10 to 12. First and second seed ball is 14 to 16, and third and fourth is 15 to 17.
I see. So it looks like Declare, let's see, will now play ace and a diamond rough. It seems as good as anything. And he'll end up scoring the ace, and he'll lose 3 more heart tricks. So in fact, he'll get out for down 1, which is pretty darn good. Okay, so let's see.
At the other table, Kevin chose a rather unusual type of garbage statement bid.
Oh, what was his distribution? It was 5, 4, 3,
4,
5.
3, 1, 5, but with
4, 3, 5.
5 almost invitational values.
What was his club? Wait a second.
King.
Oh, the king.
The stiff king.
Yeah, so he made an interesting decision.
But it worked well because partner has a double fit.
Right.
Now, whether they can see 1, 2, 3,
The
4,
roughest
5,
is
they should make it.
Well, certainly he's going to make
Well,
it.
1 no wouldn't be as good because you lose the if they can get their tricks, which I think they can.
Right. Well, it depends. We would have gotten a club lead to the king and ace, the king of hearts shift. And then a diamond. Now you might play the ace of diamonds.
Yeah.
To avoid south, because you know you don't want that heart through.
Yeah.
So it would be interesting. We'll see if they play 1-0 at the other table. Meanwhile, 3 clubs did escape for down 1 for a couple of imps to Bramley. And this is the way the match has been all along. There's been small swings back and forth, but it's held, as I say, the lead has held under 30, but never.
No momentum.
There's no momentum for either team. That's what's
Right.
going on. Yes, it's
But it's pretty decent bridge overall, I
Yeah.
would say.
I agree. The Shireson team is sort of playing a Sisyphean game, they come close to getting to even, but not quite.
But it does put stress on the other team, which is four-handed and has to play the whole week.
Sure. And now
They went up with the
Debbie
ace.
shifted to
Brian-
diamond and right, and Brian Platnick gets to play the ace, probably for other fears or something, and
Right.
hit fear of the singleton diamond and north.
Or he just counted his tricks.
Well, he's in 2 spades,
Right.
so yeah.
I'm saying he
didn't-
knew
he
he
didn't
was,
want roughs,
he didn't
right.
want roughs. He knew
Right.
he was gonna make.
Right.
And another Stamen bid.
Yeah, so they've
Would
done
you
it at
have-
both tables.
Would you have chosen that or?
Well, it's not so bad. Since you could
No.
pass 2 diamonds, the worst that happens to you is part of it's 2 hearts and you have to play a 4-3 fit. You do have values, so maybe there's something in it.
Mhm.
The question is, will he raise 2 spades or go the same way that Kevin did and quit? I don't think it's
By
quite
the way,
enough to
guys,
raise.
both teams are just
Yeah.
4 players.
Yes, that's a
Right.
good point. It's a good point. It's very hard
Or
throughout the years to win the team trials.
or has there been a four-handed team who's ever won
Yeah, we don't know.
in the open?
I know in the old days, there was some attempt to do that, a good 4 good players or that kind of thing would try to win, hopefully, so they could add a top pair like Mextroth and Rodwell in the old days, who were viewed, as the top pair.
If
So-
it has happened, I would bet that Woolsey was part of the team.
Oh, that's right.
But it's-
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, that's right. Well, here Woolsey and Bramley, who are, a little older, it's gonna be tough for them if they go far in this tournament to continue to play well. Now, I played with them about 1.5 years ago in the other team trials for the team 1, and in that they played really well. Throughout, and even though it was grueling for them, they played more sessions than anybody, I'm sure. But
There's a bridge winners thread talking about endurance, and Kit claimed he does not get tired. He
right,
wants to play
I
all
believe
the
it.
sessions.
Yes, right. They
And
like it so
and
much.
age is
that-
not
yeah,
factor.
yeah, fascinating. So let's see. So where we are. So they're playing 2 spades at the other table. We'll see if similar happens. If Bart shifts to a diamond and Declare rises with the ace. No. He's just gonna stay away. But the hearts will go from the dummy and Declare on the clubs, and now Declare may very well just play the ace of diamonds. I don't know. It doesn't have to. He could take a finesse. And then a simple auction
Right.
here where Debbie just bid in response to the club and the 1 spade overcall.
Right.
Bid a simple 3-no trump.
Playing our way, in which we would bid 3 spades to relay, you get the king of diamonds lead, which is
Yes.
scary,
Yeah,
scarier.
Right, some people play, and we do,
Common.
which is when South opens a minor, and then there's a one of a major overcall. The 3 of a major by the advancer says, I wanted to bid 3-no trump, we'll play it from your side. Putting the overcaller on lead, making it often hard for them to guess which suit they want to lead. Now, on this hand, obviously, West has an easy lead.
Right,
So
which would look scary until You realize that he doesn't have,
Right, you
Entry.
find out when you play a club and you see what happens. So
Right.
now, how many tricks does declare have here? Anyway, the hard lead is certainly going to help. So we're up to 8 off right
Right.
now. And it's a question, if the clubs are played from the dummy, then the whole thing will be easy for declare because they can develop a third club trick.
And the count,
Second
the
club trick.
count
I
is
said.
also, the lead was helpful to declare in that we know that
because of all the spots that are visible, that he has exactly 4 hearts. You can get a, and he's gonna have
Oh, well, yeah,
2 spades. They will.
assuming they lead
They-
fourth
they
bet,
do.
if they lead
I
fourth
believe
bet.
they do.
Well, no, he has 4, well, you don't know what the rest of the minor suits.
What I'm saying is that if
He-
you can guess that he has a lot of clubs, you can.
Right, yeah, he rates to have longer in clubs. So let's see if declare does cross over to dummy to play club to the king. And at the other table, Kit has started with his 10 to 12 no trump. Or I presume 10 to 12. And now will Watson, I don't know what's in his bag of tricks to show spades and diamonds, but he might do that if he
You and I
could.
have a bid. for
Yeah,
that.
we play 2 diamond shows, diamonds in a major. To which East would be just thrilled. So now Bart may pass hoping for a reopening double. Especially since he doesn't, it's not clear to mid game opposite what a 10 to 12.
Right.
Michael or Gabby, with your system where you show diamonds and a major, if
Yeah.
you are allowed to do it with 5-4 shape, you know which suit is 5 long?
No, we're imperfect on this.
We are
Yeah.
very low level. We're very low
Right,
level.
right. In fact, I might be afraid to do it with the 6-5. You can never show your 6 spades, but yeah, you're right. It's imperfect. If you want to get in the auction on some of these and you don't want to be overcalling queen 5th of spades, when you have ace, king, jack, 4th of diamonds, you're going to have to be off.
And by the way, Debbie did go over to the dummy to play the club, so she
Oh, yeah, it was a good play by
She-
Debbie. Yeah.
was very thoughtful.
Right. So she'll get now 2 clubs, 3 spades, 3 hearts, and a diamond, no matter what. Now, here's what's interesting. At the other table, oh boy, I think East-West have gotten themselves into trouble. If the double of 2 spades was penalty and 3 clubs was running. Now, actually, 2 spades maybe showed spades in a minor. Right. But they're in trouble. East-West are in trouble.
Yeah, the
Big trouble.
is, or is it, I've got my own suit and 2 no trump would say, what is your minor?
Yes, you're not, by the way, you're not coming in well on our end. I don't know what's happening with the audio, but it's bad. Just saying, Al. I'm not sure if it's us, if it's you, if it's what, but it's not great. So they may end in 3 diamonds double. It will not fare well. I'm guessing 3 down by the time we're done. Could be worse. So Debbie, although she played well and she's going to score her 400 or more because East-West has already been squeezed. So yeah, this will not.
But she has the rest of the tricks.
So, but it'll be a big loss in any case. He's already been squeezed. Sort of
Right,
out
he's
of
done.
it, yeah.
Hands over.
That looks something like if it's 800, Bart made the common lead of a trump. Now the 9 of spades out, Bart has to wonder a little, should he duck? In fact, he could crash his partner's thing. The question is, could declare play this way with king, jack, 10, 9? Yes. And then he'd look very foolish ducking the spade. Good. Be great.
I'll do it.
And over to board 20 in the closed room. Debbie opened another strong no trump. East has no bid over that, even though they have 14 points, and South will bid. I would guess an invite or game. He just bids game. And we don't have much going for us here. However, yeah, no, it's not. Let's see. 4 diamonds. Actually, I take this back.
Yeah.
The
Three
queen
cards.
jack of hearts dropping.
Right.
Yeah, this is quite complicated. And the diamonds will come in if Declare doesn't play the 9 here. That's very interesting. But Declare, it's funny, the diamond lead may very well cost Declare a diamond trick. Whereas the normal play,
Well, maybe she realizes that she needs 4 diamond tricks.
yes, but if he has Queen 10 fourth, you have to play the 9 at
Okay,
some
right.
point, whether
Worth
it's
a
the
guess.
first
Either
time.
way.
But
Right, but had he not let it, I'm just saying, let's just discuss, had he led the Queen of Hearts, for instance, Declare his normal play is a king of diamonds, diamond of the jack, and then the 10 drops, or a diamond of the jack and diamond of the king, the 10 drops.
Right, so it gave a chance to
So
go
here's, and I think Declare will go. I'd be surprised if they score 4 diamond tricks anymore. So if you have 3 diamonds and 3 hearts, now, you know, East is gonna have some tough plays. They might be end played here.
Bart did go up.
Bart did go up on the 9 of spades. Now, whether
I guess
this costs,
I think it does.
it probably will cost a trick, but I'm not sure. Declare is gonna run out of trumps anyway. But it's a question of how the play goes for the rest of it.
Right.
So let's say they play ace of diamonds. He doesn't have the 10-8 of hearts, keeps them from really doing a win. I'm sure Bart was thrilled to see the 10 of spades on the other side.
Mhm.
He might even know to lead the spade to the king. If partner's 10 of spades can only be from king 10. Get a dime, but that wouldn't be good defense.
No, it wouldn't be. He's better off catching his diamond ace.
I think so, yeah.
He has a terrible.
So
The only thing he can play that doesn't look like it costs is diamonds, but wouldn't it be normal anyway?
It seems normal. Well, he may play a heart or something, so his partner can be in to play
I
the
see.
dime.
Well, this one.
But in any case, at the other table, the diamond lead Declare did play the 9, which cost a trick, but who can blame her? And now she will no doubt play a club. I would think so.
If anybody is wondering, even though Kevin and Debbie are on opposing teams, they are not sitting in the same room in
Right.
Schaumburg.
Right.
I think you can
Brian are in
tell.
one room.
You can tell who's on the same screen, I believe.
Well, yeah,
Side by
there
side.
is a diagonal in the middle of the table.
Right.
yeah. It's north and east. I was told this last night, north
we
and
didn't
east and
know.
south and west.
Right. Can you see that on the Love Bridge display?
Yes,
Well, there's,
Oh, I guess.
I don't know,
it's
there's.
not on the split screen. It's
No,
when you
okay.
go to the normal table, you can see it.
So now, I don't know that Declare can make this. Let's see, 3 hearts, 3 diamonds. There's no club is the problem. 3 hearts, 3 diamonds, no clubs unless you force the issue and then he can get out of the club. I don't think you can make it. You needed that 4th diamond trick and then you could have played fancy against East. I could be missing something.
The double dummy, maybe you could.
Well, if you
could have-
run 3 hearts,
Right,
this hand has to make a pitch.
Right, isn't he squeezed a bit?
But I mean, this is all very.
Right.
There's no reason that Declare knows any of this. In fact, it all looks quite hopeless.
Well, what happens with a small club from dummy now?
Well, I mean, I don't see why Brian can't, for instance, it goes 10 queen. Cash is diamond, cash is 9 of clubs and get out of club. And I don't think Declare has 9 tricks. That's 1 club, 3 diamonds, 3 hearts with the lucky break. And 1 spade because the spade is off. So there
He's
was
gonna
no
play
way to make it.
10 here anyway.
Right, and it would be not abnormal to try the 10 here, right?
Right.
And
Dare I
there's still
push the double dummy analyzer?
Sure. Go for it.
in the other room.
Well, he's definitely not making it now.
No.
No, there's no line now.
In the other room against 3 diamonds, a strange thing happened. And the defense has put itself in a sort of bad spot. With Bart as North shifted to a club from the king third, Declare played the jack, and Kit chose to duck with the queen fourth, giving an extra trick, allowing a pitch of the heart, being able to push the 9 of hearts through. And now he could pull the jack of diamonds, right?
Yep.
And then play a spade.
Right.
They'll have to give him some stuff.
Not the bloodbath that we thought it would be.
Well, it's pretty bad. How many tricks does he have? He might have tried the jack of spades here, but 7 will
He
be
has
fine.
4.
I don't think North is going up on this
7.
one.
He has 4 tricks and he's gonna get
He's gonna get 2 more or 3, maybe 3 more.
but he has to get
Yeah,
3 more.
he did very well to get out for down 2. Yeah.
Way to
very
go,
well.
Will.
I think he'll remember the 7 of hearts aside. Yeah. Yes, so he escaped for down 2.
It was a
So,
costly cover of the spade. That was the whole thing.
well, yeah, that was bad. But he had a tough guess because he knows he's going to beat it X amount this way, and he 1, 2, 3. He doesn't know, but it's not going to be the disaster that it would be if the 9 of spades held on something.
Still can't get any.
He
movement.
got 8 tricks because North
Wow.
was left with a spade. So beautifully done by Will. So
Amazing.
So what we were saying was a big bloodbath turned into a gain of that'll take. Well, all right, I'm giving up analysis for the rest of the session. Well done by Will Watson. And so once again, just when you think this
There's
match
no
might,
momentum.
there's no
It's not
momentum.
getting away. It's gonna be down to the wire.
So 6 imps to 6 imps to the Shire team, who is now down by 14 only. Okay, so here we are. We're playing board 20, both tables. Debbie is still struggling. She played a heart to the 10, I presume. Yes. And now Brian won the jack of hearts and cashed the 8 of diamonds. It's all very ugly. Declare is going to take 2 hearts, probably a club right now, maybe an extra spade. So 2 hearts and a spade and an extra trick is 4. Looks like down 2. And we'll see what does East lead in the other room, in the open room. I don't know. It's very interesting whether to lead the Queen of Hearts or a diamond. I think I would lead the Queen of Hearts. Let's see. But the diamond worked out very well. Then he did lead the queen of hearts. Declare is gonna be much better placed here. Because they're gonna get 4 diamond tricks. So this could be a big swing to the Bramley team if
Why are they
Bart
getting, why
can-
can't he play the king of diamonds and misguess by them?
well, he could play king of diamonds and a dime to the 9, but it's not the usual play. It loses off to you know, on the 3-3s it loses, and I don't think it's not the normal play.
Maybe especially on this hand, because he doesn't want
Well,
that
but
guy in very safe place.
that's true, but right, you don't want to lose the 9 of diamonds to the 10, but besides everything else, the hand didn't lead a diamond, so queen 10 fourth is less likely.
Right.
And yes, Brian played queen of clubs in a club. Declare will win, and they can double dummy end play east. King of hearts, heart to the ace, and then the last club. And actually, maybe they should. Yes, I think that's the right play. And Kevin doesn't know which major to hold. But I think even if he does the wrong thing here, it's still down 1. Yes. There's Declare cannot get the rest of the tricks. Oh, that's interesting. And Bart, how did the play go here?
He.
Queen of hearts lead. He won, played a club to the king and ace. They play back out jack of hearts. Okay. So he's up to, I think he's going to make it here. 4 diamonds, 3 hearts, and he can force a club trick. Yeah, he's going to make it in this room. So that'll be a 13 pickup. Assuming he plays another club here, which I don't see why not. Yeah. Yes, he's definitely going to make this. So the diamond lead was a killer for the very strange reason. How do you like that?
I must say I would have let a diamond.
Maybe you should play low from the dummy, a trick 1 with ace jack 9 fourth, in case the fellow is forced to play on this holding with 10 and 1. And you lose nothing, you can go back. The problem is you had a freebie to play the 9 the first time if you had queen 10 fourth. I haven't thought about this one. It's a good
Very, very old Bulls bridge tip by Billy Eisenberg was titled "Play Low, a Trick 1 from Dummy."
Right. I've heard Michael Rosenberg's, with all
Yes.
the Rosenbergs around, it's worth saying. I've heard him say it many times, low from the dummy, because it gives the defenders, sometimes they're just totally screwed, and sometimes they'll make a mistake.
Yep. If you give them enough chances to go wrong, they'll take the chance.
Yeah. Maybe it's my problem. Maybe I'm doing something wrong here. I'm going to check because I got this reverb going on.
It's still-
let's-
Any other windows open?
Hold on. Let's get here.
Well,
View. Where's the view thing? View options.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Exit full screen. All right. Hold
You
on.
might have another thing up. Open. Yeah,
This might get rid of it.
yeah, I think that's.
I think I was the cause of my own trouble.
Oops.
Okay. It sounds better. Now. Yeah. Okay.
At my last job, at the top of whiteboards for everybody in my area, they had in bold black letters, "Just blame Al."
Just blame Al. Yeah, I will. Now I did it. I lost everything. All right. Hang on.
Let's make that bigger. Sure.
Okay, so we're finishing up and this will be a big swing for the Bramley team. We haven't seen that many double-digit type swings in this match. But this one will be 13, I think. So the score will be 150 to 123. Unless I've gotten something wrong, because I don't see the score having changed. Oh, they're still
Debbie's still
finishing.
playing.
Yeah, that's the problem. Still finishing, yeah. I think that play at the end, yes, well, Debbie did well. Could have lost a couple more tricks there in the end.
Or a trick.
Yeah.
This is the session for Bramley Woolsey to open one no trump.
Yes, well, here, okay, here, what is it, 14 to 16?
Right.
Okay, and South, because it's 14 to 16, he didn't quite have an invite. And in fact, one might have made 4 spades on his hand from the north side, for sure.
The
Because,
trumps that we hear.
well, it's not just that, they won't take their 2 diamonds. So you get rid of a diamond on 3 rounds of hearts. Had they been to 4 spades, they might have gotten lucky.
Well,
Still have some
We'll
bits.
start.
2 diamonds anyway.
No, you lose, you have
Already
2
did
spades.
diamond spade.
Oh, I see. Is it?
Let's see something here. Give me 1 sec. Hang on. Let's close everything.
You might have a different window open.
No, I know.
But you didn't go to it. Okay, fine.
Okay, so the lead is back up to 26 for Bramley, and this is where we've been before, so it's very important that the Shireson doesn't get run over here. So we have North playing 1 no trump, and they're going to do just fine. So they're going to end up, if the defense doesn't mispitch, or misguess the pitching, I should say, they have 8 tricks.
And no surprise, they stopped in 2 spades in the closed room.
Right, and the question is, maybe Debbie might end up making 3 or 4, might win an imp or 2, it's possible. Let's see, 120, 170, that's 2. Yeah. There's some club guessing to be done, whether to take to rough in hand or to finesse the club or that kind of thing. But I do think we'll see 3 rounds of hearts, and then from there, I'm not sure. Oh, John McAllister, it appears he let a trick slip through there. He did. He ducked the spade play. We could have won. Okay, so we're only talking about an imp, if any, on this board. They're going to move on to board 22 in the open room. And let's see what we've got. It looks like a 1 no-ish opener by East. And then South also has a 1-0 opener, but he won't get the chance. Well, not in his system. He doesn't have a 1-0 opener.
Mm.
So will he bid over
Well,
1-0
It
Trump?
depends on the seat.
For what it's worth, I think John should have gotten that right if he had counted openers points.
I'm sure. You're right. Yeah. There was nothing left, right?
Right. He might have had the queen of diamonds, but he would not have the king.
As the king, it would have been 17 count. Sure. Good
Right.
point, Al. Good point. And Debbie did not misguess the clubs. And I don't know. I'd be surprised if it doesn't go ace and a spade here, but I could be wrong. Things are going so well.
I believe that Max is playing, not Debbie.
Oh, Max is playing it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Things are, yes, sorry. Give credit where credit is due. Things are going so well. Maybe, I don't know, ace and a spade, only because I'm looking at the cards, we'll just end the hand. But maybe it's better to play a diamond and try and score some more trumps. You have 6 tricks, you're going to make 7, 8, 9, 8 or 9 or 10, something like that. I suppose in theory, ace and a spade is the only way to go down. If the hand over the jack 8, 7 fourth has king, queen, 10 fourth. So to be fair,
This feels normal. But
well, yeah, but I mean, at imps, you could play a low spade here. Is safer because you have to make a trick somewhere if they tap you or something. And he did.
He heard you.
Will Brian go up or down? He's better off going down, but I don't know. If he plays the king of spades, that will not work out. Yeah. Well, let me say it this way. It may not work out. Will Max just continue the cross shuffle? He doesn't know he has the rest of the tricks, but certainly a spade to the ace can't hurt too much. And the payoff is bigger. Making 5 on this hand would be quite the coup.
Mhm.
I have to say the boards have been quite dull in this match. Many partials.
Right.
Well, I guess the boards have been quite dull in every match if it's in this match, since as far as I can tell, everybody's playing the same boards.
There was a stretch yesterday where they were so exciting that I was like, oh my gosh, they rigged the hand.
They rig the hands, yeah. Well, they stopped rigging them. Yeah.
They make them, there's variants, either
And-
very exciting or very.
And Max did play a spade to the
Nicely
ace.
done to
And
Max.
He's making 5, which will be a quite a good match point score and not bad at imps. So win a couple of imps for that too.
Nicely done.
Yeah. And they can use every imp. They're still, as I say, they're still hanging in there. They're halfway through now, segment 6, down 24.
Amazing.
They're doing great. Yes, and this will probably be similar at both tables. I don't think South will come in here. That's possible they do. So they're still defending 1-0 Trump at the other table. And they've taken 5 tricks. Declarer has 4 more tricks for sure. Now, no, let's see. Now they've taken 6 tricks. There's no, Declarer is not making this. They're going down. Barring a shocking play from Kit. As long as he doesn't, he's got to play a dime, which he knows, I'm sure. I said very confidently, he knows he has to play a dime. I would presume by now partner has given some kind of signals. Like, don't play a club.
What about the people who don't play like we do and every card is count? I mean. 'cause
Well, yes, if every card is count, you don't know much of anything, but I think on a hand where
Or attitude
declare,
count.
where you're, I don't know, where you're defending one no trump, and Kit does play a die. He was probably just thinking which die should he play.
I would say you and I were when every single one of our cards almost is suit preference, it makes it these kinds of hands very easy.
Well, no, not when we're discarding in one no trump. I wouldn't be discarding suit preferences.
No, but we would just know by the way that
Well,
we're carding where the points are. I'm telling you.
You,
How often?
you know, I don't know anything. Yeah,
I'm just saying on most of these little hands, it's easier.
yes.
Easier.
Yeah, there are many who would agree with you. And so we're having a similar situation the other table. One no trump will pass. A spade was led, declare one and played hearts from the dummy to the queen with an unhappy result. Now, the question is, will Max continue spades or not? And yes, and Debbie will, I don't know. Debbie could maintain her queen to get a club through. That's possible. She probably should. She knows that her partner has, some values. So, and here, as Gabby was just talking about playing suit preference things, if North were to maintain her queen of spades to get in, South should play a card of indicating the suit he wants returned. So in this case, the deuce of spades. And that would indicate he wants a club, and it's obvious on this hand anyway. Not that you need it, but this is the way it should go. Now maybe Debbie will unblock so that spades can be run at declare, but we'll have to see. It's not obvious which is right. And let's have a look at the other table. In the open room, Kid has opened a strong, but playing strong club, a precision one diamond. And John McAllister has a hand too good to balance with any number of hearts, or too good and too flexible to do that. And Debbie does maintain her queen of spades at the other table against one no trump. And I do think Max will play the deuce of spades. He should realize that's going to tell the story. And now, this is very interesting. One diamond pass double, and it's quite possible for Will to pass this, and Bart, no doubt, will pass it also. So that could be the final contract. With the Jack of Hearts dropping and the spades 3-3, East West are on for a game in probably either hearts, spades, or no trump. And so, just as I told
Max should play the. Yeah,
he
if he should play
as
the
I
9 or
discussed,
the 2.
he should play the deuce. The deuce, there's only one left out, no matter who has it. But he played the high one, and Debbie respected that and returned a diamond. He played a card. It's obvious that the suits that are relevant are diamonds and clubs.
So his spade tells her which
Right.
suit to play back.
And he asked for a diamond for some reason that only Max would know. I don't think it's that relevant on this hand, but it, on some other hand, it might have been. So
Maybe he forgot which one spade was still out.
he might have. That's true. Well, whatever. Yes, that's true. If he forgot about the queen, yes. But I'm not picking on him too much. It's hard playing four-handed. He's probably not used to it. And you can make these kind of mistakes, but maybe he didn't even look at it as a mistake. But I think the Jack should say, partner play a diamond, and Debbie did do that. Well, here we are in the same position as the other room, and Max also played a diamond back, and that's that. So another push, and Will Watson did pass one diamond double, and they have quite a few tricks against this, I will say. So let's see, how many tricks do they have? He's gonna score 3. No, it's not that many. I think they would have been better off bidding their game. Because here, it looks like Kit is gonna score 2 clubs and 3 diamonds. Yeah, I think that's it. John McAllister might have been better off playing, or the defense might have been better off playing hearts so that West could pitch their clubs, but I can't figure it out really. Maybe. Certainly now it looks like down 2. And in the other room, Kevin overcalled 1 diamond over 1 club, which I'm not really a fan of, but
It used to
it's,
be in the old days that you needed good diamonds and an opening hand.
yeah, I mean,
Diamond is different than a major.
right, I agree with Gabby. A diamond is different than overcalling a major in that you're not edging toward game here. And also he has a very defensive hand with length in clubs, which is a negative for
And it's not
overcalling.
very blocking either. That's why
Right.
it doesn't really do much.
So, but it may in the end, no, it probably didn't matter. They were going to end up probably in some game anyway. So they'll get to their normal game. The 1 diamond overcall won't be that relevant here. They'll get to their normal game and make it and win a few whips because it sure looks like they beat it 2. Right. Yeah. Right, so 500 to East West. I think we're going to see 630 to 650 to 660 on the other table. Now, I don't know if they play 1 heart is forcing or if 2 hearts is forcing. Perhaps 2 hearts is forcing. Some play this as constructive, strongish, but not forcing. And they're probably playing it forcing, but 2 no. Now, Kevin, now Brian, he might just give up and bid 3 no. I don't know. Or he could bid his hand out. He could bid 3 spades here. Looks like I think, I'm not sure which is the better contract. I think 4 hearts is better. And now at the other table, we see another 10 to 12 no trump by Bart, right? And double strength. And now Kit has to decide what to bid. Why is they always give Kit the long suits and the weak hands? Because he likes to bid so much, with those? Is it some setup by the bridge gods?
Probably.
The great shuffler, yeah.
Yeah. So he tries 3 hearts. I think this will get passed around to 3 spades, but I could be wrong. And then will have to decide whether to move on.
Don't they make 4 hearts? Or 5?
Well, yes, and North-South do well. I mean, it's possible North will raise. He's got a weak hand with heart stuff, but he didn't. So let's see, 3 spades. And now will West raise? I think maybe he's supposed to, but I don't know. And in fact, they cannot make game. Maybe that means he isn't supposed to. And game is not good either, is it? Well, no. So they played 3 spades. Very, very well done. Now, I believe they can even beat 3 spades because of the club rough. But I don't know that they will. Best defense is
Any
win
chance
the ace
that
of
Kit
hearts.
should have led deuce of hearts?
Yeah,
here?
maybe he should have. Yeah.
Another suit preference, opening lead thing.
Yeah, he
Makes
could have,
everything easier.
he could have led the deuce of hearts to say, I'm getting a club rough.
His partner knows he's long anyway, it's not counting.
And then they can shift to, he might shift to diamonds right now. And there's still a club rough available later. So I think they might find that. How was he gonna beat it otherwise, right? And meanwhile, East has given West a headache, whether to bid 3-no trump or 4 hearts over 3 spades on board 23 in the
His hand
closed
is
room.
extremely soft. Kevin's
Yeah.
hand's extremely soft,
Yeah.
slow.
But he does have those 2 queens in the majors. I don't know whether that indicates 3-no or.
Right.
Even if he does bid 3-0, you think that Brian will sit?
I think he has to.
I think he will, yeah. Yeah, he's already indicated his hand. Now, the queen of spades was a bad and lazy play by East in the open room. Really, he should have tried the jack of spades, which might have, see, he needed it turned out. He needed South deductive. And I'm not saying it's a big deal, but it turned, I probably wouldn't even think of it myself, but look what's going to happen. It'll go diamond, diamond. And we'll see, actually, we'll have to see, will Bart play the last diamond or will he figure out to play a club?
Doesn't matter. Oh,
No,
I
it
guess-
does matter. It
I guess,
does.
yeah, McAllister can rough high.
Now, should he figure it out? He knows Kid had 7 hearts and 3 diamonds and 3 spades, right? Or he had 1 club and 2 spades, then it doesn't matter. A club has to be right. He knows his hand. And he did the wrong thing. And I think I don't think I'm being unfair. He knew his partner had 7 hearts and 3 diamonds, and he has 2 spades and 1 club or 3 spades. If he has 2 spades and 1 club, it doesn't matter. He did the wrong thing. Okay. We do the wrong thing
It happens
sometimes.
when you're playing 64.
This is part of the problem. Yeah, it's hard. It's a hard game.
Right, Kit might never get tired, but his partner might.
Well, anyway, I mean, it was a good problem. Yeah, it really was. But Kit might have led the deuce of hearts, like Gabby said, which would have
It would have made
woken him
everything
up.
much simpler. He wanted a club rough. He
Right.
shifted diamonds and the whole
Right.
thing is a disaster. You can almost feel it
Yeah,
off opening lane.
I agree. All right, so let's see if they they arrived at 4 spades, which wasn't their best spot, but it'll work out. Brother.
Going back, if he had 1 club and 2 spades, would he have led the jack of hearts instead of his singleton club?
If he had had 1 club.
Instead
No,
of
that's a good point, Al. But it's almost beside the point. Because if he has 1 club and 2 spades, we might as well put the cards away.
Right, it hands
Right.
over.
So
Yeah, I
he
just-
he needs him to have 3 spades and no clubs, right?
I was
So-
coming up with another argument in support of Gabby.
Right. Well, whatever it is, I know I have to say something. It sounds sort of silly, but when I'm doing bridge and I come to a point of logic where I say, okay, it's that or forget it, then there's no sense wasting my time and effort thinking about something else. It's that or nothing.
That's why imps is so much easier than match points.
So Kevin had a very difficult bid over 3 spades, and he believed this is at the other table where Kevin overcalled the diamond light. His partner advanced in hearts, showing a good hand, and then bid 3 spades. He thought he must have 5 spades for that, or likely had 5 spades for that. Otherwise, why bother? Since Kevin didn't bid 2 spades over 2 hearts. So I'm sure that's how he thought, but I don't know that it was right to think that way. It
No.
was too, it's a very
It's impractical.
esoteric position where, well, I
How
don't,
else do you show doubt?
right,
How
maybe.
else would Brian show doubt?
Here's a better question. Maybe Kevin, if should be fancy schmancy and over 3 spades, since he doesn't know which major, he should bid 4 of some minor. But that's too fancy
Yeah.
for me also, so I don't know. That was a hard one, very interesting bidding problem, but it, as I said before, it looks like you do well in all of them. Doesn't really matter, unless you play very negative. And so now here at the other table, in the open room, board 25, let's see what happened here. Who won the first trick? 3 diamonds by West. The opening lead was a 10 jack. Okay. So he's off. Well, 3 diamonds looks okay as long as he doesn't misguess the dime. Right. Because the ace of hearts is on side. And oh, wait a second. Hold on. Let's see. Declare. No, I don't see what the defense can do. If they play clubs, it's hands over, so it's no good. And a heart over and a club is no good. No, the defense can't do anything.
I got a question for you.
Yeah,
The hand on the right, does anybody or does everybody play that after a club, a diamond pass, that 2 clubs guarantees diamond support?
No.
well, if
Back
you
in the old
play,
days, it just said, I got a good hand,
Right.
tell me more.
right, well,
You can
if
play
you
either way.
if you play new suits or forcing, right? If you play new suits or always forcing, which I like to do, I'm not saying it's the best way to play, but I like to do that, then the Q bid must be support. Or it makes it playable to play its support only. Because if you have a big hand with hearts, you bid a heart. If you have to Q bid later to show, oh, I have the biggest hand in the world, I guess you do that. But you can bid a heart forcing in theory. Now, not most people don't play it's forcing at the lower levels, so they have to Q bid on some hands where you don't have support.
Or jump.
Or if you play like Brian and Kevin did,
Right.
2 hearts was actually forcing.
But
Maybe
then when you
force it
have
for
a
1 round.
2-suited hand like Brian,
Yeah.
you have a situation like this, which
No, but he shouldn't have had a situation. I don't, well, whatever. It has to be discussed what the bidding is, right? So,
turned out not to matter anyway.
no, well, turn on this hand, as long as you get to game, you're fine.
Right.
And so they will win a few imps here, getting the lead back up into the 27 range or something. Maybe more, maybe 28. Okay, so let's see what's happening now in the open room. They've moved on to board 26. And South has opened a heart with the worst looking 11 count I've ever seen, but that's the way life is. Okay, and Will doubled, and North will no doubt make some kind of good raise. And Kid will try and go back to 1 heart. But whatever, all kidding aside, it looks like they can make 3 hearts. Once again, it depends on the lead. You could on a great day, you might even make 4 hearts without the club lead, but he's getting the club lead. And I don't think John McAllister will be happy with more bidding from his partner.
Four hearts by Bart.
And now it looks like Ryan's going to make 5. And yes, he did. He made 650, winning 4 imps
What do you-
for his side.
Okay, so they're the precision, so he can bid 4 hearts like this.
Oh, right. Well, if Will doubles again, which I'm not sure, he has a close call whether to do such a thing. If he doubles again, they will just play it 4 hearts double.
Okay.
And he's got his 5 tricks, and that's that. I mean, 4
4
tricks,
tricks.
sorry, 4 tricks. And I think he's going to take his 4 tricks here too. I'd be surprised if he doesn't.
It's hard to lose one of them.
Well, declare has very little as it is, as long as you take your king of clubs, you know.
Well, he doesn't really want to shift anything.
Right. Now, in the closed room, on the hand where Bart opened a 10-12 no trump and then they ended up misdefending 3 spades, it started to pass. Now it's gone 1 spade, 3 hearts, past 4 hearts, good bid by Debbie. And this, no doubt, Brian will double. And what Kevin does is unclear, but I think he'll bid 4 spades, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're not supposed to. It's very hard. 5-3-3-2 with a 4 count. He did 4
Well,
spades.
he had close to a bid the first time.
Well-
If he had just not bid 3, I mean. he had-
Sure, I get it. He wasn't unhappy with his
No.
spade fit. Yeah. And in fact, 4 hearts would have made, so.
Yeah.
It was,
Good decision by Kevin.
in fact, if you guess, you make 5 hearts.
I think it'd be dangerous to pass when you have all your points in one suit and you have
Sure.
a fit
Sure.
and you don't have hearts.
And now we'll see if the defense can beat it too, just out of curiosity. Will Debbie find the rough? How to give Max a rough. Let's first see the opening.
I think it's unfair that Rosenbergs make so many good decisions.
And look, Max, Max did lead the 2 of hearts.
See, Max knew. Way to go, Max.
Maybe
Will
Gabby
Debbie
is
figure it
using
out?
telepathic suggestions, maybe?
Let's see if,
I tell all my students that suit preference on defense is free cheating. It's cheating you're allowed to do, so why not do it? I really do. It's like, you want to know your partner's cards? Well, here's a legal way to cheat.
well, let's see if Debbie figures out. I believe she's going to play the ace, although she must be wondering what this 2 of hearts is all about, depending on what their lead agreements are. She might play the queen so that, since we know partner doesn't have Jack 10-9, so she might play the
No.
queen, hoping to show partner she has 2 entries. That won't work out very well later or now. Well, I hope she does not play the queen for her sake. It would be,
I think it's a fairly common understanding that when you've preempted, your card could tell where a void is in
Sure.
your hand. So it would be.
But it's just that you're not thinking about that yet.
I don't know.
Really?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Plus, she sees all those clubs in the dummy. She has a lot
And
of
partner
clubs.
didn't lead the singleton club.
Right. So there's a lot of tells that this
Right.
is what's actually
That's
going
a
on.
good point.
Plus, it's a hedge to play the ace. I mean,
Sure.
if partner was a G, I'm sorry, if partner was a G, there's some reason, but what is the reason that she needs to leave him with the king?
I don't know. Besides that, you can always tell partner you had the queen by playing a high set something back.
Right. There she goes. So now she'll know when she sees the stiff king. What Max was getting at.
If Debbie believes it. Now, it turns out, as we've seen from the other tables, she does not have to do it
There she
right,
goes.
She did it.
right away.
And notice that she played her
Lowest club.
lowest club to say that she has diamonds. So partner knows what to play back.
So Max was very good on this hand. I
Excellent.
just want to
He's
say.
been playing really well.
Yeah. Now, at the other table, they're having one of your relay auctions, which will
And
no,
he followed her command.
which will no doubt end in 3-no trump. Whether that makes or not is a close call.
Point out that Max led a low diamond, showing he also had something in diamonds.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Right.
Opposed to high diamonds saying, no, I want you to give me another club."
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, he has to play the queen of diamonds and a diamond. now,
Beautiful
I think.
defense. And not hard if you actually think about it. It was just proper.
Very good. Nicely done by North-South in the closed room. That'll be worth 6 imps. And Bramley is now ahead by 22.
Yeah.
And the
Holler if you
relaying is,
wanna- If
sorry?
you want explanations, if you want explanations of the relay, let me know.
All right, let's see what's gone on. The club. What does a heart show?
Club shows 16 or more. One heart shows game force with 4 or more spades
I see.
and any possible second suit.
More relays.
One spade asks. One no trump says, I also have hearts.
I see.
Clubs asks. And basically now he's just completing the fact that he's got a 4-4, 4-1 hand.
Right, right. I see. Got it. So I think they're gonna land in 3 no trump then. And I'm not sure what the lead will be. He doesn't know anything about, depending on who plays this. Oh, North is on play. Well, that's easier leading wise for the opposition. Except they probably get Jack of Diamonds lead, actually. Something like that.
Here's something I did not know, that when Bart completed showing his shape, he was
Mhm.
also able to deny the ace, king, or queen of clubs.
Oh, wow. I see.
That's interesting. I didn't know that one.
Yeah. All right, so it's the lead here. The Jack of Diamonds lead will put Declare up against it right away. It's not good for them. A heart lead is a little more complicated. A hard lead, you win the queen and lead a club to the Jack. Actually, it's complicated. Because if they duck that, you're in trouble. So Declare has an issue on a heart or a diamond. A diamond lead is really trouble. Because the defense has enough tricks with the spades and diamonds.
Can't make on a diamond lead.
Yeah, but on a heart lead,
On a
The
hard lead, you
defense
might,
has to be careful.
Yeah. it's harder.
okay, so here's the tricky one. And on board 25 in the closed room, they've matched the contract. 3 diamonds, and Debbie's led a spade, which will no doubt be ducked around. And barring a misguess, it'll be a very similar result in this room. Yes, this could take a while to play. I would not know how to play it as North. I mean, you could win the Queen of Hearts and hope that the Queen or 9 of Clubs drops. And that's not unreasonable.
Right.
Just play Ace King and a club. You know,
Right.
Ace King and 10 or 8 of clubs if one of them dropped. And that won't work.
Yeah.
You could win in your hand and send the Jack of Clubs, losing your 3rd heart trick. But maybe some hands, could it be necessary? Looks like it would be okay to lead a club to the Jack in that case, win the Queen of Hearts and lead a club to the Jack. I don't know, it's a very hard hand. And if he does win the queen of hearts and leads a low club, Will has to duck it. If he wins, declares home.
Could you play the queen of hearts and just a low club?
Yes, that's what I was saying. If he
Okay.
plays the queen of hearts and a low club,
Right,
West must duck.
right. Well, you can see that you have to duck because you have
Well,
the king of, you have.
You would think so, but you know, strange things happen. He doesn't know the hearts. He doesn't know the spades. It's not clear. You know, that's all I'm saying. It looks like if North is known to be 4-4-4-1, is that what we know?
Yeah, he gave us.
Is North is known to be 4-4-4-1 on board 27 after the relays, Al,
Yes, and not the queen of clubs.
and not the queen of clubs. So I would think Will would duck. So he's making the play that
Right.
seemed most reasonable, which is ace king of clubs, hoping the 9 or queen of clubs drops, or they're
That was
3-3.
one option, but it just doesn't work on this hand.
On this hand, it works poorly. But I think it was quite
But so
reasonable.
would the low club have as well on the hand? so
Right,
He would have, he
right.
knows fitting what to do.
Well, the other alternative, which is closer and you still wouldn't make it, is you win the card in hand and send the jack of clubs.
Mhm.
Then whether if it holds or something, you cross over to dummy, you end up giving him a club, but you don't have your 9th trick anymore, and they lead a diamond through.
Right.
You could never make it. Looks like you could never make it. And this won't be the happy result that Bart wanted, but he still has a chance, he thinks. Well, no, not much of a chance. He's off 3 spades and 2 clubs here, barring a defensive error. In fact, he may end up down a couple if the defense just continues hearts. Because he can't get to the dummy, the dime finesse is off, it's bad. Seems normal enough to play a hard back here, but I don't, yeah. And it looks like there'll be a push on board 25 and they close from, unless there's some reason to misguess the diamond. I mean, I suppose he could. Well, the opponents can play back spades to great effect. Spade 9, queen, and a spade through the jack 10.
Still no movement in the match.
Yes, you're right. It's 22 imps again with a few boards to go in the segments.
Right.
It's been amazing how low volatility you have. So he's got his 5th trick in, and I see one more with the diamonds, but it's not good after that. Maybe he can squeeze out another one depending on the defense. Don't think so. Yes. This is when you should call in like the umpire and tell him you have no chance. You're down 2, you're down 3. It doesn't.
They should have that rule. It make everything, they should do to bridge what they did to baseball.
Yeah, speed up the game.
Yeah.
Yes. Maybe right. 5 seconds between each play or bid. Yeah.
We would be winning, we would win everything. We would win more, at least. You have to play really fast.
Okay, so the defense. Well, they might have to give declare a spade here. No, yeah. Yeah, if he plays this, if Declare plays the spade, which he did, he'll get another trick. Okay,
well done
so
by
down,
Bart.
yeah, well done for hold it to down 2.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
If South were to open a no trump at the other table, putting West on lead, and North, let's say, invites with the majors, it's possible you get a club lead and make that, but that's unlikely. People don't like to lead from Queen 9/4 when there's any
Except
alternative.
Pamela.
Yeah, yes. Pam Granovetter, believer in 4th from longest and strongest, which is
100% of the time.
not the worst idea, because
When you're
Everybody-
as partner,
makes
It
life
makes
easier.
life a lot easier when you know your partner's always leading fourth from longest and strongest.
Sure. So Kevin is still pondering in 3 diamonds on,
He doesn't know the ace of hearts is on for sure. Otherwise, maybe this wouldn't take so long. But he's giving it his all. And he got it right, and he'll make 4 for a push. Okay, now back to our story with 3 boards to go in the open room in this segment. Let's see what's happening here. As pass and North will open 2 spades, as I suggested. 2 spades showing a good diamond preempt. What does it show, Al?
Good 3 diamond.
It's-
hand.
Yeah, up to a minimum 1 diamond opener.
I got it. Wow. Well, South has nice for that. But in the meantime, it's went 3 hearts. And now South has to decide, is it just a 4 diamond bid or something? Or maybe. It's interesting. If he bids 4 diamonds, he might just buy it there. It's possible.
This is
And
only
let's-
the second time I've seen the bid come up in battle.
Is that right? Wow.
The 2 spade opener, yeah.
I wonder if Kit is going to, let's see, he's red against white. I think he's going to bid 4 diamonds. I mean, feels right. I mean, it shows 6 or more diamonds, Al. This 2 spade bid, it must be. Right?
Yeah, it's like it's a heavy 3 diamonds.
Yeah,
like
it's
up to an
it's a good 3 diamond bid.
I get it. I get it.
He-
I don't think he can bid more than that. I don't think
You
he
have to
can.
invite.
No, he can't invite.
You know how big his hand is if he has like a 12 count with good diamonds?
He has a 10 count with good diamonds. So you give him the queen of spades also. So you make 4 diamonds.
Yeah, but if I'm saying
If you're lucky,
if your partner,
I'm giving him another queen. He bid 4 diamonds. That's right. This, I think, will end the auction and they'll make 4 diamonds.
I was wondering about a tactical 5 diamond bid with expectation of East-West taking the white
Of
against
course they
red
will.
save.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course, I was wrong. They won't make 4 diamonds. So now that I get to look at it, actually. Right. They're off 2 spades and 2 hearts.
and isn't East-West, they can't really make much of anything because of the way the cards
Well, they're
are.
off. No, it's no good.
It's no
No,
good.
East-West is very bad. Well, not very bad, but yeah.
They
I
don't
guess
do
so.
well at all.
No, they don't. It goes a diamond over, a club through,
It's over.
club rough, and now they play a spade to knock out the end.
Right.
For the dummy. Yeah.
It isn't pretty.
No. And let's see what's happening here at the other table. Max also opened 1 heart with the worst 11 count ever, but Debbie, not playing a strong club, bid normally to and only made a limit invitational for 4-card raise.
Right.
And I suppose the question is, does Kevin have another double? I wouldn't think so,
I don't see why.
with the opponent showing some strength like they
Right.
have here. Even as it is, they have 11 opposite 10, which is like the low level.
Right.
and Kevin did pass.
But so that will be a pickup again for the Shireson team, who just won't go away. They will not go away. So they're gonna pick up 6 imps, right? It's vulnerable, so it's 100 and 140. Unless there's some way to misguess. You could misguess. No. You will not misguess. You're gonna lead a heart from your hand toward the king. If you let hearts the other way around, you could misguess heart 10 or jack queen ace, and you could.
I gotta
that's
jump
like
in
the-
with a story.
Yeah.
Your phrase won't go away brings back a story. I had just moved to Boston, and in one of the first bars I've ever been in, and there's the owner playing on the piano, asked for suggestions about what to play. And the guy at my table yells out, "How can I miss you when you won't go away?"
Right. That's right.
Free drinks that night.
Well, Bart might have thought, or I should say, Kit might have thought he was making for a second. And he still might think he's making, but he'll discover he's not. So there were some little plus positions for Shireson team, and they're going to pick up something here in 3 hearts, barring something I'm not seeing. So that'll make it 153 to 137. We're right back to where we were. It's every segment.
The VIX is at 0.
That's right. The volatility in this
And-
match is flat.
30 more boards to play after they have a long break.
Yes, yes.
Grueling.
Anything happening in the other matches, Al? Maybe you can have a look. Probably
Yeah,
not.
I'll do it for you. You want to see or not?
Yes, sure.
All right.
Let's see if the only one that was close before was Juster Simpson.
Where else? There we go.
Okay, so let's see. Well, good Goo is still winning by 50 some odd. All right, this is the closest match. That's a blowout. That's a blowout. Levine is up 80. So what's the last one? The Juster match. You have to pull down a little. It's the
Oh, you
bottom
can't see
one.
it?
No,
No,
not
it's-
quite. You could tell.
Juster 183, Simpson 207.3.
207.3, of course. Yes. Okay. So we had some kind of thing. So they're up 20 some odd. So that's those. So we have 2 matches that are in the 20s, and the rest are pretty difficult. Yeah. Well, the Goodman match, I guess, was 40 something. Yeah. Okay. So here we are. We're on with 2 boards to go in the open room. John McAllister opened a rather light and unusual 2 spade, looking for action.
Second seat Vol with 7 spades and 4 hearts. What do you do?
Well, no, I probably wouldn't, but
I would.
I want to say something. He's not unwise to look for
action because
Right.
he's no matter how you look at it, they're the underdog in this match.
And plus he's Mr. Action. You can be
Yeah.
yourself.
You got to be yourself. So now Bart has bid what I presume is some kind of Lebensol. Oh, I see. It's one of those bid your better minor.
Right.
Well, now what does he do over this? Is he going to bid 3-0? Or feels like he has to bid, right?
Well, he's vulnerable and his partner double 2 spades.
Yeah, I agree. It's great.
5 diamonds, 2 hearts, 2 clubs, 1 spade. Well, there you go. That does not seem like an issue. Interestingly, well, if the diamonds aren't splitting here, so that's sort of annoying. On some of these hands, you actually you could have made 6 diamonds with the spade ace on side. But not here. Well, this won't be a problem. They're going to make whatever the heck they make, whether it's 3 or 4 or 5 or 6.
Notice on board 27,
Yes.
the closed room didn't get
All right,
past
They
two
stopped at 2 clubs.
You're right. So that's another big winner for North-South. Big winner. It's another partial to them because this was the hand that 3-0 didn't fetch when the clubs didn't come in. So big swing, a bit of luck for the Shireson team. Because this could have been a swing the other way if somebody had 9 in one club and queen empty 4th of clubs. So
I don't remember. Did the South hand have 15 or
15.
16?
I think 15. Let's see. He had 9 in a spade, right? So he had this 15. So Kit sort of overbid, right?
Well, yeah, it's kind of interesting because there was a hand either earlier in this set or
saw
in
it.
the previous set
Yes.
where he had a much better hand.
Well, I don't know. Was it
opened
much
2
better? I
clubs.
saw he had ace, queen, jack, 6 of clubs, king, 3rd of diamonds, king, queen, 10 of spades. You're right. But here the clubs look better somehow. I can't explain it. I hear you, Al. Ace,
he
queen,
had
jack.
ace, queen, jack, 10 of clubs on that other hand, didn't he?
No, I doubled that. He had ace, queen,
all
jack,
right.
no 10. He might have had the 9. I don't
think
remember.
Dummy had-
I don't remember, but
I
I
Maybe
know
had the-
it was king
maybe
10
had-
3rd and
Hey.
5.
I want partial credit for remembering that I would have opened 1 club on that hand
Right.
also.
Right. That's right. He did open that one 2 clubs. You're right. And that one 2 clubs, Bart raised to 3 clubs, and
Right.
which was constructive, and they got to 3-0. Yeah. Here, I guess he chose to go
Yeah,
high.
get the game.
Maybe he was sorry he had bid that one opening 2 clubs. Who knows? He said, I'm never doing that again, and so he didn't. All right, so here they are, they're defending 2 clubs. North-South has 3, East-West has 1, so they're getting, he got rid of Declare got rid of a spade on the ace, king, queen of hearts. And now, well, he's going to make it unless he's not careful. And even if he's not careful, he's going to make it. He's making 2 or 3, depending on how he plays the trumps.
Which is a small pickup because I believe wasn't he-
Actually, it might not even matter. If he plays a low club, can he get over to him? Yes, because he go over with the 10 of diamonds and get an uppercut with the 10 of hearts.
Right, so nothing matters.
Right. So anyway, in any case, the other table was down 2, so this is going to be 5 imps, 5 imps more. Remarkable. I've never seen a match like this in my life. You know, Al? If you look through, you won't believe it. Every time they get ahead by 27, then they score 6 and 5 and 3. It is. I really I can't remember a match like this. So he did sneak the club through, and now he'll rub. Nicely played by Max again. In any case, he'll make 3, and that'll be 110. It'll be 5 imps.
He's been playing incredibly well, Max.
Yeah.
And four-handed.
And so now the lead will be, after board 27 at this table, the lead will be down to 11. Well, and it's really not like the Bramley team has played poorly. I think it's just been sort of pretty good bridge and hanging in there and doing good things.
Everyone's trying.
On the partials.
Yeah, we say, well, everyone's trying or someone's not trying because.
Yes, I think you're
Letting it go?
you're trying. Yeah.
Everyone's trying to do the right
No,
thing.
of
It's
course.
a big deal.
No,
It
of
makes
course.
a big deal. It makes a big difference.
Yes. And by the way, when we discuss John McAllister, for instance, being out there on this hand or that hand, that's who he is. And as Gabby was saying, it's really good to be yourself. If you're going to be a guy who's a little more active, you just got to stay like that. You know.
What
so-
happens when you try that?
Right,
When Michael steps out, it's not always the
Right, that's right. I have bad trouble when I step out. Yes. And John might have bad trouble when he steps in. So let's see. Okay, now we're on to board 28 here.
My trouble to get out of bed.
So now the question is, will North-South stop at 3 diamonds and make? 1 hard pass, 1 spade, 2 diamonds. Well, certainly South is going to raise. I think what's going to happen is going to go, oh, they play, wait a second. No, so he makes a support double. It's going to go some number of diamonds, and now Brian may back in with 3 hearts, for instance. He may feel compelled. He doesn't really have great values for it, but he may feel compelled. So this is possibly, it's a good position for Shireson again. Right, as long as South doesn't compete to 4 diamonds. And I don't think he will. Debbie is a passed hand.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
so he won't compete.
Right. So if they
They can manage to beat 3 hearts. And I think they might. And it's even possible that on this auction, Kevin goes on, but I don't think so. It's close. You know, the Queen of Diamonds is waste paper, though. Yeah, so he quit. Well, let's see. Would they have to make sure that they shift to the club right away? I don't know what the leads are, 3rd and low or what. I think Debbie will shift to the club right away. Well, that's presuming Max doesn't get fancy and lead a trump or something. No, if that's 4th best, I presume it is. This should go club rough, and now they just have to be careful to knock out the ace of spades. So Debbie will have to see after she roughs the club that she must shift to a spade.
And I think she will, because the clubs are
Well,
so threatening looking.
Well, it's not just that, it's that you know declares whole hand. If you win the diamond here, play club, and rough, declarer has made a support double and then bid 3 hearts, so you know everything.
Right.
It's just a question of which spades and which hearts and all of that. But you could see the danger if you don't do it, so it's sort of automatic. If the 2 of diamonds was the right lead from 10/4, and Debbie knows to shift to a club, which I think she will. I don't see when that's wrong.
They do lead 4th against both suit and no trump, and he had the option of playing
leading higher.
a second
Yeah.
high. He did have
Right.
that option.
Right, so he did well to lead the deuce to make it clear he has 4 of them, actually.
Right.
So I think that they should get this defense right, and if they do, that will make this match very tight. And in the other room, they're playing 3-0. This is just a question of sort of over tricks. And Debbie shifted to a spade. Well, that wasn't best. She was probably thinking she's going to get her Queen of Hearts, but the problem is this miracle in hearts here. If declarer wins and leads Jack of Hearts, but maybe declarer will think they better play their club now because they don't have another chance to play a club from the dummy.
Right.
Or he could duck the spade. That's interesting. He's thinking of doing that. Oh, that's a fascinating hand. Wow. This may be a bit of ping pong. Let's see. If the spade is, I mean, it's pretty double dummy for declarer to win the ace and play jack of hearts. I think that's double dummy. Okay, so I don't expect him to do that, but if he ducks the spade, it gets very complicated. I don't think he'll make it though. And they're up to the last board at the other table. And this one, let's see what's going on. We have 14 opposite 10. And a pretty lousy stuff here. Diamond, heart, and no trouble. If I were West here in the open room, and I had a way to sign off at 2 diamonds at imps, I think I would. You know your partner has 4 or more diamonds. It doesn't have an invite. I mean, you could invite, but seems like a little much. But in any case, playing 1 no trump will probably be okay anyway, but he'd be better off playing a couple of diamonds. Yeah, Will is just gonna up it to 2 diamonds and pass, I have a feeling. And Brian is still
thinking about whether
ducking the spade is not unreasonable.
No,
and
not
then
at all.
Later you'll need some
it's just so
luck.
bad to win it. Like what? Like
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Right.
Yeah.
Feels so bad.
Well, you could win it and play for like queen and a club on side and hope they mess up or something. Yes, and Will did the right thing. See, they've played very well on
Very.
all of these boards. They're doing good things. They deserve to be in the position they're in here with a chance to win.
Max
this thing.
also.
Yeah, everybody's played.
Everyone on both sides.
Okay, so Brian did win the ace and did lead the jack of clubs. I don't know what will happen, whether South can find to give a rough or whether they're going to play a spade back. But I don't believe you can make it from here anyway, because North will get 1 trump trick. 1 heart.
Unless he shifts to a trump.
Right, a trump shift would be bad. But actually, South has to be a little careful. Because like, let's say if you, well, with declare thinking, it's really. I wonder if he knows to give partner a rough now. I don't know. Well, this will all transpose to what it was before, unless the defense goes awry.
The only thing that matters is if he plays a trump. They're gonna set it no matter what if he doesn't.
Yes. I don't see a reason to play a trump.
No,
I mean, he has a free diamond
diamond
play.
play.
Yeah.
No one seems to be rushing anything.
Right. Right. What does the score sheet look like in this one, Al? Do you mind? Scorecard, okay. So let's see what's been going on here. Here they are. It's a remarkable thing because they keep. It's almost like
Ping pong,
Well, ping pong, or it's like a
mini ping pong.
boxing
Yeah,
match
with
where
little
they're
punches.
jabbing.
with
Yeah.
little punches.
they're winning all the jabbing.
Yeah.
So they're scoring the points in the round. Maybe they get hit once or twice. A fascinating match, really. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Al. We can go back to the actual hand and watch Max trying to figure out what the heck's going on here when his partner hasn't returned their singleton club. declares thought over the jack of clubs, so they have to have the king. Meanwhile, two diamonds is gonna make quite a few in the other room. And Max did return a diamond. Yeah, I don't see, you almost can't make it no matter what the defense does, because,
Yes, you can.
well, the defense would like have to do something completely absurd. Ace, king, and
No, what if he wins the ace of
even if,
clubs after-
even if declarer now plays king of clubs
Right.
and we win the ace and play a stupid card,
Right,
well, if we play a stupid card, then.
right,
But if we give partner club rough even, it's okay.
right,
We can't get back there.
right, right,
In fact, it's almost indicated, just do that.
right.
And whatever the hell's going on, you have to be okay. But if Max were to win the ace of clubs on the king
Mhm.
and play a diamond, now you could mess up.
No, now you would have messed up. They're not gonna get their spade.
Yes, you'd have to do it just wrong
Right.
Now, it's possible for declare to play a heart now.
and hope the defenders just.
Continue diamonds.
Well, and then
thing.
South will have to duck that club.
Right,
So you'd have to go some to, and by the way, even if they make three hearts, the Shireson team will win three imps
Right.
because they had a good result in the other room.
now he has to play a club or a spade.
Right.
You know, well, you know. He probably should play a club unless I don't see any declare can't have. All right. This was technically the wrong play, but it's okay.
It worked out.
I mean, it was possible he didn't know that, declares being tricky and has the
Right.
last
It's a very
trump or
confusing
something.
hand.
Yeah.
I would have no idea what's
Declare
going
has the
on.
last, right. This won't work.
Especially because it's so natural for Debbie to have shifted to her stiff. So-
Yes.
So the fact that didn't happen like
Right.
that can be
Right.
disorienting.
But in any case, so they beat it one, and that will be 7 imps, I believe. I am accepted. It's 200,
Victims.
200 and 50, 250, right. 6 imp. So the score is 153, 148, a 5 imp, 5 imp difference. Two to go here. This is segment 6. So there's 2 more segments, 15 boards each, so 30 boards to go. And it looks like this is one of the 2.5 matches that are still in play. I don't know the Goodman match, but it was still in play. It was in the 40s or so. Let's see. Running score, yeah. Goodman is 44 or so. So that's still a match. This one is obviously close, and then we go down. I still don't know the Juster one because we don't see the last line on this one on this view anyway.
Right, we can't see Juster.
What is a Juster Simpson match?
It's 184 to 218 and change.
218, so they're up 30 some.
But it's a match.
Yeah, but it's still a match, right?
We can go back to the. screen if
Okay,
it's
right. You can go back to our board 29 and the whatever, yeah. So 1 diamond passed, 2 diamonds, and now Brian, who passed originally, comes in with 3 spades. That's a good one. Made it difficult for South. Well, South knows they can make
five, I mean, no, it has to have a good play for at least five diamonds. So, but what to bid and what the bids mean. And he did bid five diamonds, right? I think that was
Science.
wise and practical. That was practical.
Sensible bid.
There are slight issues with five diamonds because the trumps are 4-0, but I don't think so with the ace of spades on. And presumably you're going to get the ace of spades lead. So unless Kevin has some second sight I don't know of.
Interesting how the first seat pat or the second seat pass was more preemptive than the second seat
Yeah,
spade open.
you're right. You're right. And on this one, presuming ace of spades lead, I think Declare will just end making five. And they'll lose two imps to the 3-0 660 at the other table. Declare is gonna pitch a club on this spade king, presumably, and now the question is, you play one high trump. Yeah, but when you play one high trump, there's nothing much to the hand. You have to rough your hearts or something. No, sure, sure. I think what'll happen is he'll play one round of trump to the ace and then the play will slow. That's my guess. So after this board, the lead will be 7 with 1 to go in the segment 6. Yeah, I would think ace and a heart rough, club back to the king, heart rough, king of diamonds, ace of clubs, and that's that. Slow or fast, it's gonna end up making, unless we ever lead a spade from the dummy, that would be trouble, but that's not gonna happen. Six was not the worst contract ever. It was, you needed the ace of spades on those, so, and that was unlikely on either of the auctions. I don't see how it matters how Declare plays here. Hmm. excuse me, even roughing a spade, which is really the wrong play, it won't matter because the
Because he has
best the
two clubs.
defense can do is play a club.
Just scare him.
Yeah, and scare him. It wasn't the right play. It was the wrong play. The only way to go down was if this exact same hand, but Kevin had one less club, Declare would be down now.
Right.
Because Kevin could throw him back in the dummy and score his jack of diamonds. But that's not what's going to happen. Unless Declare has forgotten how many diamonds are out, Queen of Diamonds now will end the hand. Right.
Good play.
Okay, with one to go, the score will be 155 to 148. And as I said, remarkable with Shireson hanging in, and really it's anybody's match from here. There's only 30 boards to go. And with the other team
I think it's
playing,
also remarkable that Bart and Kit finished before the other table.
I guess that's true. Yeah. Yes. So let's see. It's funny. I was watching at the other table and he opened one diamond and I was thinking that made it easy to get to diamonds. So here Brian opened one club with 4-4 in the minors, which who can blame him? His clubs are better also. But this will land in one note trump. I don't suspect it's a big deal anyway, but two diamonds was very comfortable to play. I would imagine we'll lead a spade to the 10 and ace or something. I don't think he'll play the queen. Declare. Yes, right. And so I think a spade to the 10 and ace and a diamond to the 10 feels like the normal play. Debbie trying to be tricky with that jack. And that's good. It might fool Declare later, possible. Now an uncomfortable club through for Declare. This is unhappy. And note the hearts on this hand. Declare could misguess the hearts because he'll end up with like a double, triple restricted choice with King, Queen, 8, 4th up to ace 3rd when he sees too hard on a fall to his right. So let's see what happens here. He has 3 hearts and 1 spade and 1 club and 1 diamond. So but he doesn't want to lose that heart to North,
Right.
because they'll have the clubs.
Right.
So this is a very tricky spot for Declare. As I say, it was much more comfortable in 2 diamonds in the other room. It seems a big punishment for opening your better 4-card suit. In fact, it's getting even uncomfortable what to pitch from the dummy, as we can see. I mean, maybe it's right for Declare to just play for the King of Spades on, but that's sort of hard. No, I guess you can't really do that. But first of all, the Queen of Diamonds could drop. If the Queen of Diamonds doesn't drop, how to play, very complicated. Of course, with the King of Spades on and the club splitting in this manner, Declare could just play a diamond, a king, and a diamond. But
It's all the same. Let's see what he does here when he sees these two hearts drop.
Have you carded just right, like you said?
Yes, I don't know what Max's carding was. He played high-low, but I don't know what that means.
Brian
Yes,
got it right.
Brian got
Very,
it right.
very,
Very
he's
good.
a very good card player.
Yeah.
He knew.
Well, he didn't want to lose to North, who we knew had all the clubs. He had other plays on hand. He
Right.
said the Queen of Diamonds could drop.
Right.
He wasn't gonna do that. Now King and a Diamond, and he'll actually get a trick at the end.
Right.
So it'll be a push. This board will be a push and the
Excitement
se-
continues.
this session will end with a 7-imp lead to Bramley. Okay, thank you, everybody. Thanks, Al.
Thank you, Al. Good to see you, Al, again. We can't hear you, hon.
Stay dry. I hear you're having some water in Chicago.
Well,
Stay
it's all
cold,
right.
stay
Okay. All right. See you, Al. So long, everybody. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.